Welcome everybody to my channel, A Day of My Life as an RBT. Right now I'm about to go to my client house. I'm kind of behind, but we got this. Let's see if we can make it within 15 minutes before I'm done with you guys. Alright, so I'm here to help you guys out, just to see an inside of my life as an RBT, if you guys like it or not, etc, etc. So yeah, so this video we're gonna be talking about, if it's shaking a lot, it's because I'm driving. This video we're gonna be talking about in clinic or at home services. Which one is better, right? So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I never did in clinic. I wish I did. My wife did in clinic, and she said she didn't like it also, but she said because she did it, she got the experience that she needed to be in person, right? So not all people can adapt fast like I can, I guess. I can adapt like this. They put me in an environment, I'm adapting like this. So in clinic is where you have like 8-10 different RBTs working with other kids, and you don't really have one kid to work with, and you have like maybe 2 BCBA supervising about 10-20 RBTs, all right, or 3 BCBA, whatever, so on and so on. So that's the perks. So the perks for in clinic is you get help. You get help on, like, right now, hey, I don't know how to do this, can you help me? You feeling stressful, you don't feel like, oh man, I'm not making any progress because this other RBT can help you. Your BCBA is right here, so on and so on. Can help you guys if you need it. They probably doing paperwork, but if you say, hey, I have a question, this kid's doing this, so they tend to help out a lot. And you do a lot of, basically I would say it's like a daycare, but like for ASD kids, which helps them, with motor skills, etc, etc. So it's pretty legit, right? And in clinic is you go to one spot, you go to one location, nothing else, nothing changed. Sometimes you have different kids. So let's say today you have, let's say, a kid named Kyle. Let's say you have Kyle today. The next day you have Michael. The next day you have Ben. The next day you have X, Y, and Z, so on and so on, right? And then next month you have Michael again, or you have Kyle again, or you have Ben again. And it sucks because then you don't really focus on one kid. To my knowledge, to me that's what it is. You don't really focus on one kid. You can't really collect effective data, because you take data, and unless the next RBT come and doesn't do her job properly, then that data is not really accurate. But we're supposed to take accurate data, but again, we're not a robot, and everybody makes mistakes, and some people don't, what I mean? But that is part of the 7th dimension. You'll learn that when you start going to school, to become, is to have accurate data, so that if the next person can come, they can literally replica your data, like you replica the things that you do, etc, etc, or examine your data and say this is accurate data. But anyways, so that's the cons to it. But the perks to it, you have help. Perks, you have help. You have people around you, so you're not the only one going through that kind of stuff. You go to one location, so you don't have to drive around all the time. Let's see, you have a start time 9 to 5, so meaning if your the child cancel, the parents cancel, you still can come in and have another child to work with, so you still have your 9 to 5. You don't have to worry about missing hours, etc, etc, right? And I would say, yeah, that's about the perks. The cons is the pay's not as great. Not effective data. Not that much accuracy of data, I guess. The data accuracy. it's just, I feel like it's complacent. So you just at the clinic and you don't go anywhere else. Like you can't leave to, and then you can't call off as much, or you can't have personal time as much. And some of these companies, they don't offer that. So there's that. Yeah, so these are the cons, I would say. All right, so let's talk about at home or at school services. All right, I love it, but I didn't want to start in it. Does that make sense? I love at home services, but I didn't want to start in it. I should have done what my wife did, which is get into clinic and then see why I don't want to do clinic and then go at home. So I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. Doing clinic first and then do at home. Okay, so you can get the experience. Because when you do at home, you just get fed to the wolf and you're like, bro, this is insane. But when you do in clinic, your first 3 months, you have other RBT helping you out. Like, hey, what am I supposed to do here? Like, you can see what other people is doing to see, you know what I mean? Like, you do the courses, it's not gonna tell you what to do when a kid bangs his head. Hey, when a kid bangs his head, what do you do? I mean, it does say it, but then it's like, when you in the physical, like appearance of the kid, like when you right in front of the kid, the things happening, it's really hard. Or when a kid is stemming, flapping his arm, what do you do? I don't think it covers that in the 40-hour course, you know. So you're gonna have to like see what other, anyways. So I had to watch a lot of videos. I had to learn a lot of stuff on my own because I was doing at home. I was fed to the wolf. My first day, I'm gonna give you guys a story. My first day, I'm working with this client named X. Let me call him X, right? I was working with this client named X. First day I came to the daycare. The kid was at the daycare. And I came with a notebook. My BCBA said, which was the owner of the company, then says, okay, just take notes, take data. No, actually it wasn't the owner, it was somebody else. His name, I can't tell you, but he said just take data and just take data, that's it. Just watch him, observe, and that's it. That's all you're doing. So I went there for like 5 hours, just literally sat there, falling asleep. First day by myself. Everybody's like, hey, are you done your therapy? I'm like, sure. Anyways, I'm like taking data. So if you see any behavior, right? So you should know the full function of behavior by now. So you're like taking data. Okay. What have you noticed? Well, you're not really taking data and say, oh, he's banging his head every time. Well, just observing. What have you noticed? Like, okay, well, I've noticed that he likes this toys a lot. I noticed that he likes pushing. I noticed that he's to himself. I noticed that he likes biting. I noticed that he likes this kind of food and he doesn't like this kind of food. I noticed that he sleeps. It takes him a bit of time for him to go to sleep. I noticed that he stems, etc., right? So that's it. That's all I did for the first day. And then I'm by myself still. First day you're by yourself. This is like, to me, it was like, whoa. Anyways, so that happened. And the second day, by myself again. I didn't meet my BCBA because my BCBA was on telehealth only, meaning Zoom or Google Meets only. Right? So I'm like, whoa, what the heck is going on? Like, what? You know? So anyways, it's kind of like whatever. So it's been like a month and I only see my BCB on Saturday at the parents' because I go to their house also. I only see them on Saturday at the parents' home for 2 hours, and he would just hop on the Zoom or Google Meet and turn off the camera and say, you can begin session, then put on mute. And I'm like, I'm keeping in mind, this is my first time. Like, I'm over here talking to the parents, you know, from basic understanding, be like, yeah, you know, when a kid does this, this and this, and I'm like, bro, if this is how this is gonna be, I might quit, you know. So I was like, all right, this is not cool at all. So, anyways, that happened, and the video was over, and the session was about to be over, like 10 minutes. He's like, all right, good job today, Mark. I'll see you next Saturday. That was good. And he hung up. He's like, oh, any questions, by the way? I was like, no, because I didn't want to be like, well, what did I do good job on? I didn't want to say that in front of the parents, but I was like, nope. And then I was like, all right, well, then you good to go, Mark, and I'm about to head out. And then I left, and then he left. Well, he left, and then I left. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, what did I do? I didn't do anything, like, you know. So that was like for my full first month. I'm like, this is insane, guys. So I was very like, man, I don't know what's going on. So I had to watch videos. I had to use ChatGPT. I had to go back to my courses. I had to go back to call some people I know, my wife especially, who had helped me out a lot, tremendously. Hey, what happened? And my kid was headbanging, because every time I tell him no for a toy, no, I'm like, yo. And my wife said, well, when a kid is headbanging, instead of telling him no, you want to use a visual timer to make them wait. Instead of saying, hey, no, we can say, hey, let's do 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes and you'll get this toy. So, which is not saying no, but 2 minutes. And then when he can wait 2 minutes, you say, give me 5 minutes now, etc., etc. Then it's like, then he stopped headbanging. I'm like, whoa. And everybody at the daycare was like, whoa, thank God you made him stop headbanging, because this was scary. We was about to kick him out. I'm like, phew. So my wife was helping me out. And I'm sure you guys probably don't have somebody that's an RBT or a fellow RBT. If you guys do, great. Ask them for help. Then you can go in person, at home clinic. If you don't, start in clinic, please. So pros for at home. It's very flexible. You can go to the playground with mom and dad sometimes, or if you're at the daycare, you don't have any boss watching over you at all the time. You're by yourself. You do whatever you want at that time. Obviously, as long as and the ethics code, you know. You can take breaks, you know, just communicate that with the parents when you'd be taking your breaks. You can usually make your own hours with the parents. Parents are usually caring for you. They usually give you gifts during Christmas, but you can't accept more than $10 worth of gift according to the ethics code. And then for some cons, is you let's say parents say, oh, let's meet up at Re-Rock the Spectrum. We have something here in Florida. You have to use your own gas to go over there. Let's say parent says, well, let's meet up at Publix because I want them to have time out with the BCBA or with the RBT. You have to meet them there. Let's say, hey, we want to go trick-or-treating, which is also nice, but you have to meet them there at home. And it could be like you have the parents like supervising you also, which is kind of you know, kind of weird. But it also takes a lot of integrity and a lot of discipline to do at home services, because you have to be on time, and you have to be able to bill for the right hours, because if you don't, these could be some serious problem. Like, please, could be some serious problem, guys. So please, like, do like bill accurate. I've seen a lot of people that doesn't. At one point I was a victim of it, because, you know, sometimes you forget, and I have to do all my data, all my notes at the end of the week, so I forgot some stuff, but I fixed it quickly. Me and my boss talk about it, fix it quickly, and I'm like, yo, this could be going some serious problem. So don't do it. I'm letting you guys know right now. So just to close this out for you guys, what is the pros and cons? What's the difference between home and clinic? What's the pros and cons? The pros for home is, you know, you can be with the parents. You don't have any supervision every day on top of you. You're basically by yourself with the kid. You do whatever you want. That's according to the ethics code. You can get some lunch break. As when you talk to the parents are usually nice to you because they knew they need you for the kid. The kids need to like you, etc., etc. The cons for it is you using your own gas. Sometimes they go everywhere. Sometimes when the parents call off, you don't get paid for that day. Or when you call off, you don't get paid for that day. There's no, so on and so on. The pros for in clinic, you have other helps, etc., etc. Like you'll be able to get some tools, some like data sheets, some like let's say timers, some clickers to collect data, etc. They probably provide that for you. Where at home, by yourself, you have to buy all that by yourself. And then the cons for in clinic is you always have a BCBA there. You don't really have the same client every time. And yeah, so all right guys, I'm about to go into my clients right now. Well, I'm gonna grab something to eat, go to my client, and then see you guys. All right, bye.